So let me guess, you're here because you want to become a better demon player, but you're having trouble getting more wins. Although you may have did the basic demon tutorial, it did not show you what to do when you go against an actual good group of survivors that know what they're doing and actually working together, making you think that survivors are actually really OP, when in reality, you're just not as good as a demon as you think you are. Well, I'm Simply Amazing, and in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys some advanced demon tips on how you can win more games as demon and become a better demon player.
As you fade away.
So before we start this video off, if you guys enjoy Evil Dead content or gameplay and live streams, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I do live stream every day during the week, as well as post a video every day, Evil Dead related, if you guys want to check those out as well. Now the reason I feel like I'm kind of qualified to make this video is because on my live stream, we are currently on a 102 win streak with the demon. That is right, that's 102 wins in a row without losing any demon matches. All of this is recorded on my stream, so you guys can always go back and rewatch it, so you guys know I'm not lying. A lot of my supporters been there since the beginning, so they've seen every win I've got, and I feel like I kind of got the base of demon now, and I could give you actual good tips on how you can win more games. So in my live streams, I have people ask me tons of questions on how to get better as demon, so I'm going to answer all these questions in a video. So the first question I get asked is, how do you find survivors right away? So the trick I like to use is right when you spawn in as demon, you want to open up your map and see where your spawn location is. Normally you want to check the opposite side of the map. That's normally where they spawn. Normally they don't spawn next to you, so you want to check the opposite side. So for example, if you spawn at the top of the map, you want to fly down to the bottom of the map and check every town in between. And most likely you will find them in one of the towns. Sometimes it can be a hit or miss. It will take a while. Sometimes you'll find them right away. You just have to play around with it, but after a while you're going to get used to it and you're going to find them pretty quickly. Should I focus on leveling up traps so you can level up your threat level, or should I find the survivors first? Now back in my old videos, I always told you guys to set up traps right away wherever you can see them. That way you can level up your threat level and then you can put points into your traps. And since then my playstyle has changed. So now I don't set any traps down until I find the survivors. You want to find the survivors first because that's the main challenge, and you want to set the traps. When you find them, you want to set the traps all around them so they activate it. That's going to get your threat level up much faster than just placing traps randomly around the map. It's also going to keep the survivors busy. It's going to raise their fear level. It's going to waste their ammo. You want to try to waste their resources while leveling up in the beginning as soon as you can. Use all the time you can to level up your character in the beginning before they get all 3 map pieces. How can you stop a team from getting the map pieces so quickly? So from my experience, most of the games I have, they normally get like the first map piece or 2 map pieces very quickly, and then the third piece, they always take a while because you know why? They're looting up in between. So what I like to do is, that's why I like to find them right away, and I like to apply pressure to them. So set traps, try to unlock your basic portal, and you want to put those down, possess your Deadeye and attack them with it. You want to just give them everything you got to where they're so distracted with fighting you that they're not even going to where the map pieces are, and it could really be effective. Also, if you happen to find the map location before they do, you'll see a red exclamation mark when you're near it. You can set traps to the whole area and just wait for them to come, use it as bait. And like I said, just apply more pressure. The goal is to just waste their heals. You're not trying to win the game in 2 seconds. You're trying to just weaken them and break them down, waste all their resources, so that way you can get the win later on. But the upside is, even if they do rush and get all the 3 map pieces very quickly, where you didn't even level up that much, that also affects the survivors because now they don't have that much loot. They apparently just went from town to town, get the map pieces, and now they're ready to do the dagger or the pages, but they didn't really loot up in between because they got the map pieces so fast, so it really can affect the survivors as well. So don't get too worried if they do get the 3 map pieces because it's not over yet. You still have a chance. Which survivors should I target first? So here's what I like to do and look for. I look for what I call the weakest link. Now, what I consider the weakest link survivor is a survivor that basically runs off from their team. So look for survivors that's normally always on their own. If the team's in a group and you see one guy run off and he does that repeatedly, you know he's the weakest link. That is the one you're going to want to try to focus on and try to eliminate him to get him out the way. If you could get a player down, or if you get him killed fully, it can buy you a lot of time because either they have to go revive your teammate or bring him back to the altar, and also you get a lot of points for a knockdown and even more points for the full kill. So definitely try to target the weakest link. But let's say they all staying together the whole time and nobody's running off from their team. The weakest link will then be the weakest character. So what I personally like to do is target a support character because they're going to be the weakest in the bunch, especially if you have like a Cheryl or a Pablo compared to like a Henry and AOD Ash. You want to target the supporters because they're pretty much the clutch in that team. They can heal the whole team. So if you could down the Cheryl and finish her off and let her bleed out, it's really going to affect the rest of the team. So even if she has all her teammates around her, just possess her Deadite and just go straight for Cheryl repeatedly. Let her use her colas to heal up. Let her waste her colas because her colas are the biggest thing for her. If you let her use all of her colas, this goes for any support. Waste all their colas. That way, when you injure the rest of the team, she can't heal them up unless she has her ability, and it can really put them at a disadvantage. Once they get all the map pieces, should I go to the dagger and pages and try to trap it up and wait for them to come to me? Now, when I first started this game, that's exactly what I did. Once they got the 3 map pieces, all I did was I went to the dagger and I tried to wait for them to come to me. I was trapping up the whole area, so when they come, they activated all the traps. I have now realized that is the worst thing you can do. So after they get all 3 map pieces, they can still continue looting. They can still get better loot, more ammo, and you don't want that. So what I do is once they get all 3 pieces of the map, if I already know where they are, I'm still applying that pressure. If I don't know where they are, I'm going to find them and apply that pressure as well. Normally, they'll go straight to where the dagger or pages is, and if they happen to just hop in a car and drive straight to the dagger, do not trap it up ahead of time. What you want to do is trap it up after they get in the circle, because if you trap it up beforehand, they're going to activate all your traps before they even activate the dagger, which means none of your traps are really going to be effective because they're going to kill all your deadites before they even started. So once they get in the circle and activate the dagger, then you go around and set all the traps that you can, so that way then you summon your basic portals, your elites. That way when they're running around trying to dodge you, they're going to run into even more traps, and it's going to be a lot more damage, a lot more stuff going on, more chaotic. You want to make it as more chaotic as possible. And don't be discouraged if they actually capture the dagger or the pages, because they do have to capture the other one. So if they capture the dagger, they have to go now to the pages, which gives you another chance to full on attack them and level up your threat level. I can't get any knocks or kills while they're capturing the dagger. What should I do? So chances are, if you're working against a good team with some good characters that works well together, if they have some good hunters or warriors or leaders, you might not even get any knockdowns while they're capturing the dagger, and that's okay. You just want to hit them with everything you got. Mainly, like I said, raise up your threat level. So you want to spawn in as much deadites as you can, attack them as much as you can, and just get your level up. Don't worry about downing them. Don't get frustrated with yourself, because right now you're playing for the long game now. Now you got to get a little bit more strategic. What I like to do is if they're capturing the dagger or the pages, if they're about to capture it, you would normally see on top that the page is about to be full, and when they capture it, it kicks you out the location, spawning you wherever, across the map or whatever. What I like to do is I put a waypoint on the map right where the dagger is when they're about to capture it. So that way when I get kicked out, I go right back to the location of where the dagger was, because if you don't remember it, just put a marker down. I go right back to the location after they capture it while they're like, you know, recovering, they're trying to reset. I go right back there, I spawn another boss, I spawn my deadites, and most of the time that really damages the team, because now you're getting them to waste even more heals before they can even move on to the dark ones or even move on to the next thing to capture. You're applying that extra bit of pressure, and it really can be a game changer. I can't tell you how many times I went against good teams that were destroying me when they were capturing the dagger or pages, but the second they captured it and I respawned somewhere else, I went right back to them and I applied even more pressure, and they didn't expect it, honestly. They were just looting up the houses in the town and they had no idea I was even coming back that fast, but I came back, hit them with everything I got, and most of the time you'll get a few knocks, you'll get a few bleed outs, and it really works in your favor. So make sure, like I said, pressure, 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 that is key. Do not wait for them to come to you. You control the game, you control the narrative as Demon, don't let them control you. So you keep them busy, don't let them keep you busy, if that makes sense. How do I defeat a team that sticks together the whole match and won't split off? So I've gone against a few of these matches, and these are very challenging. Ones that really stick together, even after they capture the dagger or something, they're still together. What I do with that is, like I said previously, 2 seconds ago, you have to apply that pressure. Also, when they're looting in towns, even though they're together in a town, like if let's say 2 people go in one building and then 2 people go in another building across the street, that is your chance to apply some pressure, because they're split up. Even though they're kind of together, they're still kind of split up, and that's when you want to apply your pressure. So look for moments where even for like 30 seconds they split into different houses, even if they're right next to each other. different houses in the same town, you want to apply that pressure, and really it can be effective. So if I see like 2 people in a house and they have 2 other friends in a house across the street, I'll just if I have my boss, I'll spawn in my boss, I'll go in that house, and I'll try to down those 2 guys real quick. That way the remaining 2 will come to try to rescue them, and then you can try to down them as well. But that goes throughout the whole match. Try to find the weakness. There's going to be points where they split up, even if it's for a little bit, 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Use that to your advantage, single someone out, and just keep attacking them with everything you have. At the end game, if they defeat the Dark Ones, should I destroy the book or kill the survivors to win? So let's say they capture the pages, they capture the dagger, and now they're at the Dark Ones, and they fully knock down the Dark Ones to where the book has showed up. And now you, as a demon, have to destroy the book to win or kill the survivors to win. Normally, when they destroy the Dark Ones, once you actually down somebody, they automatically die. So now the survivors can't get revived at this point. If you notice most of their healths are really low, then you can try to just go for the kills on the survivors. I never go for the book. I feel like the book has so much health. Even with the boss, I'll be hitting that thing all day, and it's just a waste of time. So I go right for the survivors. Now, if they have still a full stack team, they have a supporter there, and they're all full health, and they're healing them up, that's going to be more challenging. And I say just go for the book. Spawn in as much stuff as you can, possess everything you can, and just hit the book. And I would say that would be the best chance you have at winning if it does come to endgame. Now, out of my 102 win streak as demon, I would say about probably a good 5 matches went to endgame, and all of them I won by just killing the survivors. I never won a game by destroying the book. It's always by killing the survivors. So I personally just go after the survivors, and that's why we apply a lot of pressure always the whole game, because by the end game, after they get the Dark Ones, they're not going to have any resources, no heals. They're going to be low on ammo. And yeah, so hopefully this video can help you guys out, become a better demon. You can catch me on my live streams, and you could also ask any questions you want in the comments that I didn't cover here, and I will let you guys I'll give you an answer and try to help you guys out. And also catch me on my live stream, because we're going to try to keep this win streak going, and hopefully I apply some good content for you guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.